Talking about race tonight on Channel 9. It can be tough to start a conversation, and that's why we're here, so we can all learn.
Yes, we brought in a pro to help. Jennifer Davis is a diversity and cultural competence educator, and she spoke with our Deshaun Brown.
When it comes to race and bias, why is it so difficult for many people to have that conversation?
But it's difficult because so many of those conversations have ended up as emotional conversations, and folks walk away from that because they don't know how to continue them.
How do we do that?
Well, one of the things that I have tried to do is, now if it's the first time you've met me, don't come at me with a race question. Come at me with, or ask me something about where I'm from, or what do you like to do, or tell me about your favorite TV show. Find a common ground where you can have the beginnings of a conversation, and then find ways to go deeper in that conversation. And then be willing to make yourself vulnerable with the other individual or the group of individuals for a little while.
Why is it so important for any of us to be aware of the bias that we carry?
First of all, people need to understand that part of our lives, part of who we are, is based on bias. Grocery stores, places you like to shop. I have a preference, but sometimes that bias turns into something negative. And when it turns into something negative, it can also turn into something that is, it might become a matter of conflict, and that's not where you want to go.
The outrage, the outcries that have surfaced over how George Floyd was killed. You often hear of calls for training. Can you really train your way out of situations like this, out of racism, out of bias? What is the next step?
You're not going to train people out of this. You have to talk to people. You have to have a relationship and have a discussion and be willing to be educated. And education is just about sharing, talking. When I saw some of the things that had happened, or the things that were happening, especially the most recent incidents with Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, specifically George Floyd, my first thoughts were, all the work I've done for all these years, is it really making a difference? The next thing that happened was I had colleagues and friends who reached out to me to have those conversations that we're talking about. And when I look now, what I see is people reaching out to people that they might not have done before. So you know what my definition of cultural competence is? My colleague and I created this. It is having the capacity, we've all got the capacity, but having the capacity and the willingness to treat anybody, anywhere, anytime with dignity. May not respect you, may not even like you, but I can treat you with dignity.
Now, Ms. Davis facilitated implicit bias training for CMPD. It's training Chief Kurt Putney wanted every officer to have.